today's video, I'm going to talk about, actually I have not decided what I'm going to title this video, but let's get to whatever the title of the video is. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. So when you thought about construction in varsity, you were like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a beautiful woman on site. And the picture that was going around, like the picture that made us dream, I remember like when I saw that picture, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm sure we all know this picture as ladies. This lady with a nice long weave, a helmet, a hat, holding a drawing board, looking like she knows what she's doing. And that's how you see yourself. Like when you looked at that photo, you're just like, yes, that's gonna be me. In control, knowing what's happening. And then you start working and it's just like, whoa. So let's go through the list of things that kind of shook my system a little bit. First of all, the site offices. The site office that I had wasn't like so shabby and everything. And because I had done my back work as a student, I've been on various sites, I've seen the different sites. So where I started now as an officially working adult, it was not that bad, honestly. Like it was a nice site. But then we moved. And then it was horrible. Like it was bad. And then when I'd like want to complain, it'd be like, oh, this is site life. Welcome to site. I get that type of response. Like everyone's so chill. Like it's raining. There's mold in your office. Is that fun? We are in a basement and the building above is not done, so obviously the rain still comes down. So the temporary dry walls for the offices were getting mold because obviously it's like dry wall, so when it gets wet it kind of stays wet, so it does get mold. So that was happening and I had to roll the punches. And then there were rats. Yes, darlings, rats. Randomly, as you're sitting on your desk trying to focus, you'll see little stewards, Mazi, just like running, Gundi, just running. Yo. Yeah, no, that was like a shock to my system. And I really felt like this is not right. You know when you feel like an activist?
1 meter distance! 1 meter distance!
Something, and everyone around you is just chilled, like, calm down. Yo. No, I'll never forget that. I was working with subcontractors. I made a whole video about it. But I got to work with a lot of subcontractors. Probably like 15 companies. And that was overwhelming. Like the different personalities and how you work around these different people. My soul. Some of them were like super nice, understanding. Some of them like they knew in the construction industry. A lot of them will threaten you. A lot of them will threaten you, but depending on their personality type and how big they are or how long they've been in the industry, the threats will vary. So if like something like a delayed payment happens or they're not happy with a certain rate, you kind of hear the threats like either like lawyers or guns. Some of them will be like, I have a gun and I'm just putting this. And if your car's parked outside, just watch your car. Yeah, but you worry, your belongings, your safety, you do worry like a little bit, but then you hope that the Lord has your back. I won't lie, I feel like being a woman helped me in this type of situation. I feel like if I was a guy and I was, I don't know, maybe also being young kind of helped me as well. But yeah, you get to work with different types of subcontractors and it gets really overwhelming. And you do get threatened. You get threatened with your car being scratched, that people have guns and they, I know where you live. And then, you know what? If that would happen, I think I'd say, thank you guys for the opportunity of this job. But I'm feeling unsafe. I'm so glad that I've never been in a situation where a subcontractor like kind of shut down a site. But I've heard stories of people who were exposed to that. Like that was like a thing. It happened. It gets really, really hectic. Like the relationship is very like up and down. That was also another thing, that the reality of it was so scary. Another thing that was a shock to my system was the working hours. And I know I've spoken about this in my other videos, but when you actually experience it, it's so much more different. At least once a month, you will dedicate your Saturday, Sunday till late to work, especially if the site is busy. And yeah, so the working hours, sometimes it like shocks you. You're just like, whoa. So the site that I worked on started at 6 and then you went home at 6. So that's already 12 hours of your day. Like you leave home, it's dark, you come back home, it's dark. So it can, if you're not prepared, it shocks you. Especially if you're a person that likes like, oh, I'm gonna have hobbies and I'm also gonna be like learning how to play the piano on weekends or something like that, like, or I don't know, meet up for brunch with my friends. Sometimes you cannot do that, and that was a shock to my system. As much as I've heard it, living it is a different story. It does. Three is walking on rebar. Like, if you don't know what rebar is, it's like reinforcement in a slab. I'll put a photo of it there. Sometimes you need to get from a point and you need to walk over it. It is the most uncomfortablest. Like, it just feels like you needed to learn that somewhere. It's like, you're at a circus, you know, like you need to learn how to balance, not slip into the little rebar things. It's the most annoying thing to walk on, but sometimes you have no choice, but you need to. From what I've heard from my friends and my experience is that sometimes you work with a client, and when the job starts, they have a client QA SOP or QS, whatever they're called. When the job is about to end, they've probably changed them like 4 or 5 times. And every time they change it, you need to start over to explain to this person what's on site, what was on site, what has changed, what the system you had with the previous one was, what you had agreed on, So it keeps going, like, it's like, it sets you back because you need to like be sending back up all over again, like for the same things that you had spoken about with the first QS, and you guys were on the same page. Maybe you guys even had like a similar system of doing stuff, and then walk you back at square one like 5 times. I don't know, is that done on purpose? Like, I'm starting to feel like it's done on purpose, and the QS is that quit. I'm probably like working on a different job. They're like, maybe we have a meeting, they're like,
team. Okay, so things are getting too good there by project 1. So what we're going to do now is just do a quick rotation. Elizabeth, you are going to go to project 8. Sandra, you're going to go to project 4.
And then they come in and they are clueless and they delay you guys and they make cuts on things that you'd agreed with Sandra. I don't even know how to work around it. The advice I can give to my future self, who now knows that this could be a thing, is to have my records on point. So fighting with your own teammates, the production team, the civil engineers and the construction managers who are on site and making things happen. What they do, they will not share every single thing that happens on site, especially if it's a mistake that they made. So there you are here calculating and things don't add up, and before you know it, something had happened there but no one said anything. And when you start investigating, the names will be thrown around. No, it was B, B to C, C to C, and then eventually they blame a subcontractor. So now you're with the subcontractor and you're like, no, apparently you did this and this. Like, no, I was told by people not being accountable. So yeah, that happens because nobody wants to be wrong, especially because every mistake is money. Mistake on a construction project equals time wasted, material wasted, money. So any mistake is money. So people try to avoid being the reason behind money being flushed down the drain. And that can get a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Nobody has their stuff in order. No one, like not even any single person that you can ask. They're like, oh, so how's this going? There's always like something to do better. And as soon as you think you're on top of the game, it shows you and it like trips you and you're like, damn it, I am not on top of the game. It's not like you have the time to now perfect a specific area of the job. You might have more exposure or do it more repetitively, but there's also other things that you need to keep absorbing as you go. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I hope you're ready. I hope I've helped you kind of reimagine. The reality of it, guys, you don't have it together. Part of you learns to let go of having things together and just having what needs to be done at this moment together. And yeah, that's how you stay sane. Or else, you're just going to be so hard on yourself and feel like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, me kind of ranting and sharing my experiences so far. I still have a long way to go. That's why I actually started this channel, and that was to share my journey, share my growth, to share the little that I know, because I know somebody out there might know less than I know and they'll take something from it. As I grow and learn, I'll keep sharing with you guys. Thank you for watching this video. See you later in another video. Don't forget to like the video.